You don't need to conform to societal narratives. You are in the driver's seat 100% of the time. If you understand that you are, right? You don't have to like, oh, well, I just want to get married. And if I don't get married, then I'm not going to be with you. Okay, fine. Bye. Right. Because
Right.
you have more options. You have more to select from. The key to getting what you want with women is being as valuable and as attractive as possible. And when you're as attractive and as valuable as possible, that cultivates optionality, which then gives you the opportunity to select from a better pool of potential candidates for mother stock, for wife stock, if you choose to do that. And dude, there's lots of guys out there that have lots of children with multiple women that aren't married, that haven't put their wealth at risk, and they're very fucking happy. And the women are, for the most part, too. They don't get 100% of what they want, but fuck it. You're the boss. You're in charge. You're the one that gets to dictate the terms of the relationship and how the kids are going to be raised. And it's prudent and it's smart on a man's part to structure his life in such a way that he doesn't, like, what's the point in having kids if she can take them away from you and then restrict your access to them and do whatever the fuck she wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't make any sense from any logical perspective. But that's the experience that most guys have. 50% of marriages end in divorce, and the ones that stay together after 8 years, less than 13% even fucking love each other.
Yeah, and I see a lot of that like with my own family, like with my parents, because my parents, they've been together for over 30 years now, man. Like they never got divorced or anything. And like throughout my whole life, man, it was just constantly my mom emasculating my dad. And
Yeah.
he's at a point now, like my parents are a bit older than me. Like my dad had me when he was in his like 40s.
Yeah.
So like, and even to this day, man, like it's so sad. Like he's so emasculated. He does whatever she says. Like everything is about her happiness. And like
Yeah.
whenever she's not around him, she'll like talk bad about him and stuff. And I just feel so bad. I don't want to be in that position, man.
Story as old as time, dude. And I really don't blame you. It's an awful thing to experience, and it's even worse to watch somebody that you care about live through it. Right? So you need to be like, you're in a remarkable position if you are this successful and you are already in a good position where you sort of quote unquote red pilled is a term that you use, and you're handsome. You have yourself in a very good position to select, and you need to be very select. And even when you do select, my friend, women always reserve the right to change their mind at any given time. And the maintenance phase of a relationship, the long-term phase, after you've gone through the honeymoon and the dating and the bliss and the monkey sex from the chandelier and all that shit, all that stuff sort of like calms down and it starts to go away, and you're going to settle into, well, let's have kids. And there's ways to do it where you do not expose yourself to the risks associated with family law and female nature. You don't need to get married. You don't need to live together. If you've got sufficient money, you could have children with 2 or 3 different women, put them up in their own fucking houses, go and visit them once or twice a week, play with your kids, pay the bills, and everything is just simple and easy. And believe it or not, there's guys that do that. I have a podcast interview with Tristan Tate on my email list. Let me put the banner up so you guys know what the email list is. Here it is. I've got a podcast interview with Tristan Tate on my email list where I talk to him about how he structures his life with all these women that he's got kids with and all the children they have. And they've got multiple kids, man. They're going to have probably something like 15 to 25 kids each, right? So you can structure yourself in such a way that works like that. I'm not saying that's a solution for you. That's just one way that I've seen guys get what they want out of long-term relationships and minimize the risk that they expose themselves to with the fuckery that men live in today.
Yeah, that's like my biggest thing is just like protecting everything that I've built so far. Cause like I busted my ass to get to this point, and I'm not trying to just like give it all away just because, I chose the wrong woman or something.
And most guys will, dude. They'll say, oh, well, she touched my pee-pee and she wants to get married to me, so I don't need a prenup. It's okay. And it's like, these guys get destroyed.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, yeah, I've seen all the horror stories, and like me being still relatively young, I just like I worry about the future sometimes. But yeah, like I'll definitely take your advice, and I'll pick up that second book too and take a look at it.
Get the first book, second edition, and then the second book is on paperback, hardback, and Kindle. So it's a reader. It's 304 pages. But the main element of the second book, I mean, I just dealt with a chapter in this video on the wealth creation methods and money and entrepreneurship and why I really like entrepreneurship. But the biggest chunk of this second book, The Top Shelf Man, is really about management of women over the long term and getting what you want out of the relationship so that you are happy. Because like you see with your parents, your dad gets run by your mom and she browbeats him and he just, happy wife, happy life. And it's like, it's not a way for a man to live. Like, there's a reason why men live shorter lives than women. And it's not because women are genetically superior or some shit like that. It's because what we put up with, when it comes to life.
Yeah, man. Like it's really crazy to see, but yeah, I'm glad you said that I still got some runway ahead of me, because sometimes it feels like I don't, but
No, you do,
yeah.
dude. I mean, like, you can have children in your 40s and 50s. Like, it's like, I wouldn't wait till that long because you're going to run out of energy and, stuff like that. But thinking about it now is good. You've just start going through the selection process, date a bunch of women, non-monogamously, simultaneously, let the cream rise to the top, choose women that choose you, choose women that find way, like a smart woman, Jacob, will find a way to embed herself into your life to make herself irreplaceable. What can I do to help you out? Let me take care of dinner for you. Let me clean up your house. Let me organize your pantry closet for you. Unfucking prompted. You know what I mean? Like, she finds ways to make herself useful in your life that other women don't want to make the effort for because they're entitled and they're bratty and they want princess treatment. Trust me, dude. I've heard all the stories. All these fucking women today, I want princess treatment. You need to buy me nice things. For what? Like, what do you bring to the table except for used up pussy?
Right, yeah. And anything less than that is just not acceptable at this point.
Exactly, dude. So this, guys, I'm talking to you all now watching. If you want to have a good experience in relationships and women, it is incumbent upon you to level yourself up on the 7 spokes of a high value man, as I talk about in the second edition of my book. Once you're in that position and you're handsome and valuable, you need to be as handsome and valuable as possible to have optionality. You do not have optionality unless you're valuable and handsome. It's that simple. If you want to choose from the best, you got to be the best. And then you don't go and fuck that up and go and give them everything they want every time they ask for something. You have to deal with boundaries. Again, this is what the second book's about, guys. It takes you right deeper down the rabbit hole on understanding these concepts so you don't make those mistakes. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.